Yeah. What's up? What's good? What's popping? What's cracking? What's percolating? What's really good in the hood is man Theo Butler. That ain't him. Well, I know I'm late. Part of that's my fault. Part of that's my fault. I had to get my coffee. The rest of it, we was experiencing technical difficulty. But we are here. What a week it was Wednesday. I'm crunk. You crunk. I got my cup of coffee. You got what you need to get you through. You know what I'm doing. We gonna make it do what it do. Oh man, yeah, I'm excited for tonight's show. Before we step off in tonight's show, and I greet everybody one time for Sonya Massey. Let's give it up for Sonya Massey. We found out coward. You got to be a coward to pew pew somebody that ain't got nothing. The coward that pew pew her has been charged. Let me go ahead, put my glasses on and everything like that. I want to thank y'all so much for putting up this evening. We're gonna go ahead and take care of business first, and this is definitely business. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get all up into this and everything like that. I want to thank y'all so much for putting up. Y'all did not have to. We definitely gonna greet one another. Let's go ahead and see what we got right here in regards to Sonya Massey. Yeah, I want to get into this. I want to get into this. I want to get into this. Like I said, the coward who deleted Sonya Massey over boiling water was found guilty. I don't know why he wouldn't have been. He was found guilty. The only thing that I hope in regards to him is one, I would want them to put him in Gen Pop. Two, I would like it where he never is able to own a pew pew again legally, nor is he able to work for any security agency, law agency, or anything like that. Nobody should have to go work at a gas station. Sorry, work at a gas station, go work at Walmart. And I'm going to go say this. We need to do a better job in training our law enforcement officers. A few weeks of training isn't it. Law enforcement officers aren't even trained as long as those that are joining the military. That's disgraceful. We're not requiring anything of law enforcement officers, and we're even doing that now with ICE agents. There's no requirement there. You don't have to know a damn thing. Just make sure you want to get $50,000 a year, get you some great health insurance. That's crazy. While we have this country locked down, and I want to go ahead and say this because too many of us fall into this narrative where lazy folks are on food stamps. I'm going to help you out. There are Americans working 40 hours a week on food stamps because you've been brainwashed to work for little to nothing. That's what the minimum wage is. And have not found it within yourself to ask for the minimum wage to be at the very least on par with the cost of living. Well, pride before the fall. Pride before the fall. It's crazy how so many people can be sheep and you literally live every day and you don't believe what you see. You literally believe what somebody tells you who not only is not in your tax bracket, but does not care anything for anybody in your tax bracket, regardless of who they pray to, sleep with, or look like. It's crazy to me. This is some great coffee. Oh man, let me get on in here though. Put my glasses back on. I see y'all pulling up. We're not gonna be rude. Great job by the jury. Do better. Law enforcement agencies vet these officers better. If your officer is afraid to lose their life, right? I get it. Understand it. That's not a Green Lantern. It's not. That person has not learned how to overcome their fear. Now, the damnest thing about it is, because of that comic book character, there are quite a few adults, people that have learned to overcome their fears because of that character. Clearly, we have too many people with badges on that have not. That old thing, oh, I was in fear of my life. I don't know when I could ever say that and let that be justification for deleting somebody as a Marine. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. That's it. we didn't took care of that. Let's go ahead and greet people. We got Anansi the Spider. We got Grand Madam Tarot. We got my man Gray. Oh, we gonna have some fun tonight. We gonna Gray gonna be driving. We gonna have some fun tonight. We got the president of the Black Panther fan group. Yes, as I said, Anansi the Spider. And we got the lovely Grand Madam Tarot, my spiritual advisor. Yes, Gray is gonna be driving a portion of the show tonight. I'm gonna step off. So Gray gonna have the floor. So y'all make sure when we get to that topic, I'm gonna let y'all know that Gray got the floor. And that's probably gonna be the first topic because I like it. I like it. Let's go ahead here and take a look at what we got going on tonight. Are we ready to lose Dr. Pepper? College football season. Yeah, I know we're going to talk about it. Comics this week. Imperial issue 4. We're going to start off tonight with that, and we're going to turn it on over to Gray. T'Challa recast. My wife was talking to me about a fashion show with Teyana Taylor. Is that what we? Never mind. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it. Action figure pre-orders or late Christmas. Yeah. Aaron Pierre on Blade exit. You know, I almost forgot my dog was on Blade. Yeah. My dog gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it too. Also, asking for a workout plan. You know, we asked Jonathan Majors for the workout plan. We did, Mr. Sexy Flexy. We asked Michael B. Jordan for the workout plan, Mr. Sexy Flexy. We can now thank Aaron Pierre, Mr. Sexy Flexy, for giving us his workout plan. Good looking, big dog. Good looking. See, that's how you build up fandom right there, big dog. That's how you build up fandom. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. Apps. X, formerly known as Twitter, Vice Blue Sky. Hateful Stupidity, Vice Science Fictional Bliss. Yes. Hey, you get two things. You get two different things opening up each app. You be like, one is a sense of dread. Yeah, we're gonna get into it. The differences between Marvel Comics Black Panther fans and MCU Black Panther fans. Can we talk about it? And let me go ahead and give him a big old shout out and everything like that, because they asked this question on Facebook. I'm gonna do it too. I asked them for permission. I don't know if they're gonna get it back to me in time, so we're gonna go ahead and do it. This comes from Planet Teachey, The Extraordinary Journey of a Black Nerd Group. This comes from them. I'm giving them credit. Why is it that Black people didn't show up for Anthony Mackie in Captain America the same way they showed up for Chadwick Boseman in Black Panther? You know, I would like to think that that's an easy answer. I would. But as I've been out here in this space, I've come to understand that what I think should be easy. Hey, so we're going to get into it. That said, let me make sure I didn't got everybody greeted. We got D. Steezle, the Rock With Me Nation moderator. Watch what you say. We can agree to disagree. And this is a safe space. This is a safe show tonight. We're going to have fun. We're going to tell some jokes. We're going to crack some jokes. We're going to be sarcastic. We're going to be petty. That's what we're going to do. That's what the best. I feel like there's no other way to start this show off. Gray, you ready? So, did y'all read Imperial 4? I don't know if you read Imperial 4. We got a comic book review coming up. I know I'm going to do one. My brother Dara going to be one. But anyway, to those of us, quite a few of us, that were upset, confused at the very least, about how John Ridley, Mr. Smith said, Theo, why you mention that man's name? Because if I was going to talk about Undercover Brother, I'd mention his name, right? What, 12 Years a Slave? I'd mention his name. That article that he wrote when he was talking about us, his own folks, I would mention his name. Yeah, I'm going to mention your name. Good, bad, indifferent, I'm going to mention your name. Well, that trash that John Ridley wrote, in which inexplicably, off the heels of Ta-Nehisi Coates making T'Challa a galactic emperor. I know how some of my brothers and sisters across the water in Africa feel about that word. It's a word. You know, folks feel some type of way about the word black. It's a word. It's a word. I get it. I understand it. But we never understood how off the heels of Ta-Nehisi Coates Intergalactic Empire, where this dude is a whole behind Galactic Emperor, how we get to John Ridley. How we get to John Ridley and he literally take him off the throne in Wakanda. We had a whole, we had folks saying when it came to Dr. Eve Ewing's run, just put him back on the throne. Just put him back on the throne. And hopefully we've learned a lesson by now. If we look at what Jason Aaron gave us with the Avengers versus X-Men, that Black Panther versus Storm, we know what bad writing looks like. We should never want a result at the expense of good writing. That story that Jason Aaron told, that was trash writing, for pretty much the same reasons John Ridley's writing was trash. It came out of left field. There was no setup, no justification, just an agenda-filled story that left readers confused, if not pissed off altogether. Well, okay. So clearly, Jonathan Hickman, he don't give two damns about that story. Can we say Jonathan Hickman is invited to the barbecue? Like, can we just go ahead and say that Jonathan Hickman is invited to the barbecue? I've seen John. Mr. Hickman, I've never met you. When I do, it would be a pleasure. I've seen this dude in his writings go above and beyond to act like none of that trash that other folks be writing in regards to Black Panther matters. He like, I ain't even gonna do all that. Shout out also to the late, great Dwayne McDuffie. Me and Mr. Smith were talking last night. Anybody who's a fan of the Fantastic Four that read the new Fantastic Four, which had Aurora and T'Challa in it, I mentioned that for a reason, because I read that and I'm still looking to validate writers, editors, comic book reviewers, and fans, comic book fans, that say T'Challa mistreated Aurora. I'm still trying to get that for y'all because I want y'all to be great. Right now, y'all sound like a bunch of hateful ass liars, which is tragic in and of itself when it comes to a fictional character, because you got to show that to me. Anyway, shout out to Jonathan Hickman. Right there. T'Challa and Shorty talking. Gray, take it away. Y'all read what Gray got going on. As Gray type it, I'm going to talk it. As Gray type it, I'm going to talk it. That's what I'm going to do. Gray, you got the flow. Gray got the flow. Yeah. It's Rob Whitby Nation. Yeah, I ain't got to be the only one doing it. Gray got the flow. Y'all pay attention to what Gray came across. I saw it too. Gray, what did they do in Imperial that should have put a smile on every Black Panther fan's face? Let me see here. Let me keep up with these notes. Great. So apparently in Imperial 4, Shuri reveals that T'Challa and her took back the Wakandan throne off panel before the events of Imperial takes place. I only have one question. Why didn't we see it? Say what? Yeah, he back on the throne. You want to say it again? Big dog back on the throne? Yeah. Matter of fact, let me see if I can find this real quick. Hold on. Let me see. Let me go right here. Yeah. Big dog. Big dog is back on the throne. Yes, sir. Big dog back on the throne. I want to thank y'all once again for pulling up. Y'all did not have to do that. Oh, I want y'all to know it's always a blast talking to y'all outside of this, because we get way more comfortable and we talk about some stuff that we ain't necessarily saying in the show and everything like that. That actually be some of the best content in and of itself right there. So yeah, we gonna get on down here. Yeah, get down on it. Come on in. If you really want it, you gotta feel it. Yeah, let me get on back here. I'm gonna find it because I want y'all to have it. And also, Shuri and T'Challa both dressed up as Black Panthers. Come on, somebody. I ain't got to choose. That wasn't Reginald Hutler's intent. Nope, I ain't got to choose. Chad, we talked about that. We ain't supposed to be choosing. No, not at all. I like that right now. Glad somebody see it. Glad somebody see it. I'm trying to get to this thing with Shuri and T'Challa chopping up the Bobo. I'm still getting to, yeah, okay. Yeah, I got to get to when they talking it up. I ain't thinking somebody else was gonna catch that besides himself. Let me see here. Shuri is talking to T'Challa, and T'Challa says, "It's just the two of us, Shuri. Please, the crown is wait. She's walking through the corridors, coming up on some hot too. She says, he's expecting me. He walks in. He says, well, she says, it's done, my king. He says to her, it's just the two of us, Shuri. Please, the crown is heavy enough. She says, my king. Yeah. She walking in. She says, he's expecting me. Well, it's done, my king. It's just the two of us, Shorty. Please, the crown is heavy enough. Then why'd you pick it back up? You know why. It's that day of days. So there we have it. Real nice. Wrapped up real quick. The throne is his. He picked it back up. Now, Gray asked a great question. Why don't we have a story? That's a great question. I think it's loaded though. I think it's a loaded question. So, not saying we shouldn't have gotten it, not saying we should have gotten it. What I would ask is, that is a story. How many issues? Because I've heard folks say stuff like, well, it could be done in one issue. Tell me you're not a writer without telling me you're not a writer. How long do we think such a event? Because that's an event. That's an event. And there's going to be, we got who? Prime Minister Folasade, right? Right. Is she a antagonist or a victim? Then we got her helper, the person that was always around her. Is that person helpless or is that person deceitful? Right? Then what's Shuri's role? What's the Dora's role in him getting back to the throne? What's the High Tooth role? What's going on with Hunter? What about Casper Cole? Do I want to get into the what ifs and the what fors in regards to Achilles? What about Jai? What do I do with Tosin? These are all characters that are in Wakanda, whether they're deleted or not, that would play a role in this story. Namor would wind up playing a role in this story. At the very least, Atlantis would. Do I want to commit to telling that story? Do I even give a damn about that story? Or do I just want him back on the throne? Now, I would like to say probably up till now, because while there are many of us that could say, well, anybody could have just said, put him back on the throne. Did you have the vision after you said that, though? And I'm asking myself, what was the vision after you said he was back on the throne? What was the vision going forward? That's one of the biggest complaints I've had in regards to the MCU. They don't know how to tell a story going forward. Why? Because the person in charge, I don't care if it's mad, I don't care if I stay shadow banned, the person in charge is not familiar with how comics unfold. So I don't know if the question is, should we have gotten the story? And I'm not saying that's what Gray asked. Gray asked, why didn't we get the story? I low-key just gave my viewpoints on why we didn't get the story. I would ask a different question, though. Do I really care about that story, or do I care about the result of that story? Now, me, because I appreciate great writing, I do, that's what that is. I felt like this was the way Shorty, Jonathan Hickman wrote her saying it. I felt like that was nice. Oh, hey, you ain't say that before, because that's Shorty sniping back at her brother. You ain't say that before when you pick, well, why'd you pick up the throne then? You got the curiosity, which is what you're supposed to do as a writer. Get me curious. Now I want to know. Now, if you want to tell that story, if there's enough chatter on social media where I'm asking about what happened, if you've already fleshed it out, you can go ahead and tell it. But if you're getting on social media that we don't care about that particular story, what we wanted was him back on the throne in a way that makes sense. That was me, in a way that makes sense. Then this is it. If they're going to tell me that story, I would rather that story take place in a companion title where we're doing a flashback alongside his ongoing monthly. I do not want to sacrifice his ongoing monthly writing the story to correct some BS that somebody shouldn't have wrote in the first place. That's just me, though. That's just me, though. Let me keep up with these notes. We got the Diabolical Nerd is in the building. Absolutely. Let me get up this. Grace says the second Bass welcome T'Challa back into Wakanda in Black Panther Blood Hunt. We should have gotten that story in an ongoing Black Panther series with Cheryl Eaton and Fareed Karami. I can't say you wrong. I would have loved to have seen how she would have navigated that off the heels of Dr. Eve Ewing's run, who even insinuated not every Wakandan wanted what was going on with Prime Minister Folasade. We got that. So I would have loved to have seen it. Definitely a missed moment. That said, here we go. If Marvel were to turn that story over to Cheryl Lynn Eaton and Fareed Karami right now, we would buy it alongside the intergalactic storyline that they're getting ready to tell. We've shown that as Black Panther fans. We can buy the 616 and the alternate universe version at the ultimate universe version at the same time. So you're absolutely right, Gray. That's not a lose for Marvel. That's actually a win-win. Speaking of wins, shout out to all my action figure collectors out there and everything like that. Y'all not slick. No, hell no. Y'all not slick. See, this is synergy right here. We be talking about synergy on this channel. Daryl talk about it. I talk about it. Synergy. Let me tell you something here about some synergy. Me, Kimoyo, Daryl, Gray, Mr. Smith. That's them the action figure folks in the Rock With Me Nation. That's us right there. Right there. We see the new action figures that Marvel Legends drops. We see it. Ain't damn one of us ever said a damn thing about the Inhumans. We saw Karnak get dropped. We ain't say nothing. We saw Crystal and Lockjaw get dropped. We ain't say nothing. Then they hit us with this brand new Black Bolt Triton 2-pack. We like, wait a minute. Now, mind you, we looking at it, but we're not thinking about Imperial issue 3 when we saw Black Bolt at the end blast the Games Master. We're not thinking about that. We just, And Triton look nice as hell, don't he? Don't he? Then they give you a Gorgon Medusa 2-pack and Gorgon 5. We can't even act like that. Gorgon 5. If we buy the 2-pack, we buying it for Gorgon. Right. So you didn't, because we read Imperial 4. Me and Gray was talking about what was going on with T'Challa. But no, this was to prop up the Inhumans. That's what this whole damn storyline was about. To elevate the Inhumans. So now, if you are an action figure collector like we are, and your Black Panther, your Black Panther representation in your house is real nice. Real nice. Real nice. You and you like the Intergalactic Empire no differently than you like Blood Hunt. See, this is what they be doing. They think they slick. They think they slick. Now you sitting up here like, oh hell yeah, I can have the Wakandans go to war with the Inhuman. Yeah. Now you sitting up here checking for some action figures you would have never thought about looking for if they don't pop up in this damn storyline the way Jonathan Hickman wrote them. Yep, boy, look, Jonathan. First of all, great job. Great job. Because I ain't gonna lie, when they dropped them Inhuman action figures, I wasn't checking for them. I read Imperial 4, I'm sitting up here like this. I could definitely get jiggy with that. Let me keep up with these notes. Do you know what they gave the MCU the green light to write their trash or vice versa? When listen, do you think I meant for the last question I had? Do I think they gave the MCU the green light to write their trash? Listen, I want to tell you I don't know because I don't know. From D. Steezle, ex-nerds hated their marriage and ex-editorial obliged. Just for not a damn thing. You know what? Hate is hate. Hate, you know what? Because you're saying something right there. Hate is hate. But them lies, though, so I'm gonna tell you what get me, what get me, Steezle. And what we're talking about right now is why folks don't want T'Challa and Aurora together. Side topic. It's the lie. Like, here we go. If somebody told me I don't want Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne together, I say, why? He put hands on her. He talked down to her, treat her like trash. I might not like what that person said, and I might do my damnedest to try and blame it on the writers and everything like that. Because we know that scene where he hit Janet, that wasn't actually supposed to make it into the comic books like that. Somebody said, leave it in there. But if somebody says that, that's canon. If somebody tells me Tony Stark is an alcoholic, I don't want Tony running my team because Tony an alcoholic. It's a whole storyline set out there like that. They can say the same thing about Carol Danvers. What am I going to say? It's stories sitting out there that highlight that. They're canon. There's nothing canonical about T'Challa and Aurora being in a toxic relationship. Writers that have said it lied. Now that's the damnedest thing. I don't know why you would lie. Say you don't want them together. That's fine. I don't like them two as a couple. That's fine. That's an opinion. I just don't like it. I don't like Logan with Jean at all. Point blank, period. That's me though. But am I gonna lie on a fictional character? Am I gonna lie on Scott? What we lying for on a? You lose credibility with me when you lie. If you are a comic book writer, don't lie to me. Not about, don't lie to me about this. Lie to me about who you done smashed and everything like that. Don't lie to me about this. If you're a comic book reviewer, don't lie about this. What you lying for? Your credibility should be worth something. There are folks that have literally, and I know because they've been on our lives, they've been on our pages. There are folks that have literally lied about the interactions between Aurora and T'Challa. Casual folks, I get that all day. I do not know why so-called experts in this field lied. God Almighty, that's crazy. That's wild to me. But that's what he was alluding to. That lie is big. That's a big lie for no reason. I don't even get. I don't know why. What the girl say? What the young lady say? In Friday, you ain't got a lot of kick your cred. We got groovy tonight. Really do like the way you groovy. Hey, LJ Panther and Groovy Feet are in the building. Thank y'all so much for pulling up. Rock with me, Nation. We in here, LJ. We are in here, and I want to thank y'all for pulling up too. You got a pre-order? Yes, sir. He say he got a pre-order. Mr. Smith was right about. I see. I caught myself. I was about to, but I said no. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. Folks lied. When no reason to lie. Wasn't no reason to lie. I don't even understand why. Like, do I give folks the impression that I won't investigate? Do I give folks the impression that I won't spend the block and research what they said? If one or two things gonna happen, you either gonna be right or you gonna be wrong. I would like to think that if you know you're wrong, you wouldn't even lie to me. Don't lie to me. Anyway. What say exactly? That wasn't supposed to happen, like Gwen Stacy's death. Absolutely. Yeah, that was not supposed to happen. In regards to that, but editors made a change, and that's the way stuff went down. Here we go. Aurora was supposed to be pregnant by now. Some children were supposed to be out there. Ironically enough, that story was written by Jonathan Hickman. Once again, Marvel editorial say, no, we don't want that. I don't know what. See, never mind. That was the show last night. I ain't gonna repeat that. I ain't gonna repeat that. I'm gonna get on these notes. Be right back. Got to get some dinner. Go ahead and have that. Go ahead and take care of that, Gray. Gray says, I would have loved to have seen T'Challa and Shuri reinstall the monarchy instead of staying in Meridian Diadem for 6 months. No lies detected. In the Meridian Diadem off panel, by the way. Those are two stories, CB, that you could give us right there. They could be 6 issues apiece. 6 issues of him in the Meridian Diadem with the Black Panther gang, and 6 issues of him and Shuri taking the throne back from Wakanda. Yeah. No, 12 issues. 12. While I can't tell you who we want writing them, I can tell you definitely who we don't want on it. I can tell you definitely who we don't want on it and everything like that. John Ridley, hell no. No influences from Ryan Coogler, none whatsoever. Jason Aaron, hell no. Hell no. Hell no. Christopher Priest, just as long as he ain't trying to replace nobody. He got this thing where he be wanting to replace folks. Just do what you do. Don't do that. Don't Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let me go ahead and keep up with it. Oh, okay. They make me sick too. LJ splitting T'Challa. All right. So what do we got going on here? Once again, I want to thank y'all so much. This has been a blast. Y'all got me laughing. It's either that or the coffee. So this is crazy. You may or may not care. Dr. Pepper. Drink Dr. Pepper, don't you know? It's the original drink that we love so. And the taste is making peppers everywhere we go. I'm a pepper, you a pepper, he's a pepper, she's a pepper. When you like to be a pepper too. I guess not though. So oh man. So Coca-Cola to pull popular soda flavor from restaurants and venues. This was updated on October 28th, 3:40 today. This comes our way from I want to make sure I give folks their props. Well, they ain't really giving me no news. This just business. Jessica Jones Gorman is the writer. If you're a fan of Dr. Pepper, your fountain pour might now taste a little different. According to Bloomberg News, a Texas court order went into effect on Monday, October 27th, officially ending Dr. Pepper's long-running distribution agreement with Reyes Coca-Cola Bottling. Now, y'all might be like, Theo, who gives a damn about Dr. Pepper? Me, that's my favorite drink. The hell? I'm looking like, wait, what you mean? What we doing? What we got going on? Oh, hell. So, according to Bloomberg, the Texas court went into effect on Monday, October 27th, ending Dr. Pepper's long-running distribution agreement with Coca-Cola Bottling. It's a ruling that gives Dr. Pepper's parent company, Keurig Dr. Pepper, full control to bring its soda back under its own distribution system. Yahoo Finance reported that the legal shift means some Coke-affiliated fountains will lose access to Dr. Pepper syrup, resulting in restaurants and theaters swapping in Mr. Pill. Could you imagine going somewhere, restaurant, at Coke products on the menu? College football season is in, which means you watch TV. You want Dr. Pepper. You either want Dr. Pepper cream soda, you want Dr. Pepper cherry vanilla, but you want Dr. Pepper. And they bring you Mr. P. I don't want to say some furniture is going to be moved that day, but hey. That's like somebody asking for Coke and you bring them RC. Some stuff is going to get done. That's all I'm telling you. Some stuff is going to get done. You might need to be ducking. You might need to be dodging. Mr. Pibb is not Dr. Pepper. It ain't. I don't know why we doing that. Y'all need to fix that. Y'all need to fix that. Let me see here. Man, they gonna make my wife pull up. Come on, y'all say they gonna make his wife pull up. Yeah, they tripping. They tripping. Man, that's like drinking Dr. Thunder from Walmart. Yes. That's like drinking a Czech soda. That's like drinking one of them public sodas. No, damn it, we hold. Peter got a 9mm. Guaranteed Peter knows how to eat it. And I want my Dr. Pepper. I don't want no Mr. Pill. I don't know what we got going. Listen, okay, Keurig, you got it? Okay, you better make sure we got our Dr. Pepper. Where we been getting our Dr. Pepper? Yeah. Same place. I'll pull up to get a Coke. Damn it, I better be able to get a Dr. Pepper. Let me say, that's like ordering steak and getting bologna. Yeah, man. I just, let me see. LJ says, now after the fact that they have split them up and the way they drug Storm, I don't know if I want them back together. You know what, LJ, that's fair. I say that because Kimoyo actually had folks jumping in his yam cake yesterday evening because he suggested T'Challa be with somebody else. That was Kimoyo being petty though, because he literally got an X-Men fan to admit that they want T'Challa and Aurora together. See, that's that whole thing when we started talking about it, because I noticed that when we did that before. I think Daryl and I know I did one. I think Daryl actually did a video too about it. T'Challa got options. T'Challa got options. You know what was weird about that? While folks don't mind Aurora being with whosoever, they'd be perfectly all right if T'Challa stays single. You say Monica Lynn, no. You say Monica Rambeau. You know what you get if you say Aurora, right? Yeah, they lose their damn mind. Hell, somebody threw Monet name up in there. No, they want that dude single. That's what that is. I ain't never seen a dude. I was this old when I realized a fictional character could be hated by grown behind men like this character is. You know what? He's got more folks jealous of him in ways I never saw folks jealous of Captain Kirk or William Shatner. And Kirk was knocking them down left and right. 5 foot nothing, wearing a toupee. They ain't never hate on that dude like that. It never. Keep up with these notes, man. Let me see. Certain things can't be replaced, such as Barry Colossal ain't Captain Crunch. You can't. You right now. You're right. Let me see here. D. Steezle says, side note, I dug when the Inhumans occupied the Kree homeworld, Holla, War Kings. Hickman brought them back to Earth. Now he pushed them back in space. Yeah. Yeah. Hickman, Jonathan, Mr. Hickman, can I say Mr. Hickman? You made me the synergy, because the Inhumans only showed up in the last 2 issues. You made me want to get them action figures and replay this whole damn thing out. Thank you so much. Listen, that's great right there. That's great. Synergy. I want to think about this. We didn't even know they was doing this. And I know Hasbro got to be thinking. They got to be thinking Marvel Comics. Yes, if those 2-packs get a push, you need to be thinking Jonathan Hickman. I expect his name on, and you need to have him on your next Hasbro post. You need to thank him. Your Inhuman order start. You need to thank that brother right there. Let me see. Monet would be cool, and an online army of overnight Monet fans would hate it. You're right. Because it'd be overnight. Overnight. You have somebody say, that's Quicksilver woman. No, fool. Crystal is Quicksilver's woman. Moving the party right along, though. We're going to keep the party. My brother Dara got a show at 9:30. And we ain't gonna be in here. T'Challa recast. Did y'all? So my wife sent me a video, and I seen Teyana Marie. Ain't that Aaron Pierre's woman? Yeah. She was walking down, strutting her stuff. She was strutting her stuff, and she was dressed like a Dora Milaje. Right. All right. And then Angela Bassett was there. You know what I'm saying? And she dressed like the Queen Mother Ramunda and everything. But one, Teyana Taylor is not in the MCU. She ain't signed no MCU contract that I know of. And last I checked, the Queen Mother Ramunda, her character was deleted by a water balloon. The actress, Angela Bassett, was upset about that. That's what I got. And I done heard some stuff about Black Panther 3. I don't think I done heard nothing about her coming back. This was a fashion show. Okay, all right. I got Damson Idris. Snowfall. I like it. I like it. As a recast. I got it. It's a fashion show. Did y'all see Kevin Feige there? I'm just asking Nate Moore. I know he don't work there no more. Ryan Coogler. Because I got a whole executive over here, the showrunner from What If, saying he just recently talked to Ryan. And Ryan was even acting Aki about T'Challa talking in an animation. So what did I get from the fashion show? Where Damson Idris was there. Not dressed as T'Challa at all. Just him. It was a fashion show. It was a fashion show. I'm not gonna lean into that. We know when we be getting trolled on social media, right? Right. Okay, well, folks troll you in real life. That was a fashion show. Now, the fashion show did what it was supposed to do, get folks stoked. But if we talking about culture, culturally speaking, when it comes to anything superhero-like, what do we have, casual people, outside of Black Panther? Nothing. They don't even know nothing. They don't. They'd have been perfectly fine if Yahia Abdul Mateen would have walked out of Simon Williams, Wonder Man. They don't know. Don't care either. Anyway. Anyway, what we got here, I'm keeping up with the chat. Doing my best to do it, though. Doing my best. Let me see what we got going on here. Hickman was forced to write that Terrigen bomb exploding for his Infinity event. That was for Synergy. That whack TV show. Yeah, that was. That Vogue spot got everyone but us looking desperate and dusty. Yeah. And you know what? Everyone, stay right there because I like this. What's the difference between Marvel? This is the next topic, by the way. But see what Kimoyo said. That Vogue spot got everyone but us looking desperate and dusty. What's the difference between Marvel Comics Black Panther fans and MCU Black Panther fans? Yeah. I need this right here. I'm chilling. We in the cave of Bass, right? That's where we at. And we would like to know if y'all put it in there for us and everything. What is the difference between Marvel comic book Black Panther fans and MCU Black Panther fans? There is a difference. There's a difference. I want to see what y'all got to say. I'm curious. I said this is participation. I said, you said we know better. Can you give me a little bit more detail, though? Say, I want to play a game. I want to play a game. Let me see. Diabolical says, I need Coogler Feige to apologize to William Hurt fans for disrespecting his legacy for the recasting. Yeah, we know they ain't gonna do that. They ain't gonna do that. Kimoyo says we know better. Because I keep being told he gone, and I be like, I just seen him last month. When I say he gone, T'Challa gone. I just seen T'Challa last month. I just the normies don't know nothing more than what the MCU tell them. As it relates to Black Panther, LJ, give me some specifics if you will, because I know they thinking Queen Mother Ramunda deleted and everything like that. But like, no, she's still alive and well. I don't know what you're talking about. I would tell you one of the things that I've noticed, and it's easy. It's knowledge of the character. They don't have it. Why they don't have it is the question, because the first movie came out in 2018. They don't have it. You say Scion, Don't even know who that is. But you're right. That is a difference. That is a difference. They don't know who Sion is. Some don't know. Now, here's the damnedest thing. Some don't know. Some of those that don't know don't care to know. That's even crazy. Some of them that don't know don't even care to know. That's weird in and of itself. What else we got? What else we got? You ever seen anybody that's a Black Panther MCU fan with Black Panther merch? You know what I ain't seen? Let me see here. We got two Wakanda in the books, and they have nothing. What gets yeeted into the empty space behind their eyeballs? You ever seen a Black Panther MCU fan with a Dora army bill? Any Black Panther comic book, any Black Panther trade paperback, any Black Panther action figure. Have you ever seen a black, aside from dressing up for movie day, because they do that real well. they cosplay their ass off, can't they? Then they go get this some all white for the second movie. Dressed up in all white for the second movie and couldn't tell you a damn thing about the characters inside the second movie. How many of us as Black Panther fans, comic book fans, have had casuals ask us about the son him and the kid got? Only for you to have to say, one, Nakia ain't been alive in the comics for I don't know how long. Two, they never slept together. Three, thus they ain't got no child together. Let me see here. Diabolical says, so you telling me they took out the queen and the actress is alive, but that is Thrall's initial act to die, but his character lives on in the MCU? Don't mind me just stirring the tea, eh? I ain't got no issue with the ladle that you're using to stir the tea. My brother, keep on stirring. my brother, keep on stirring. Stir to your heart's delight. That said, let's pause out. Let's take a pause for the cause. First of all, I see 12 people in here. I got some real stuff to talk about, some great news. So we talk about comic books, action figures. We talk about imagery, representation, loyalty, love, and things like that, and what it means to us as a community. I want to take the time out to congratulate my youngest. She's a 3L, North Carolina, has been attending HBCUs her entire collegiate career. She was a North Carolina A&T Aggie. Now she's a North Carolina Central University, a University of North Carolina. I get it wrong. I think it's NCCU. But anyway, she is a 3L. So my daughter has been applying for jobs. 3L, you know what 3L is. If you don't, law school. This is her last year. She has been applying for jobs, and she recently applied for a job in the state of Florida, which I would love, by the way, because as long as my children are here, I'm good. They ain't got to be in the same city, but daddy would like at least be in the same state where they're at. Well, she was under the impression as of Monday, today's Wednesday, that she did not get the job because she had not heard anything back from them. Well, she reached out. I told her to pray. She reached out, got an email today, and I am proud to say that when my daughter walks across that stage, She ain't got too many steps to go before she walks into a new job. Congratulations to you, beautiful. Congratulations to you. Daddy is so proud. Daddy is so proud. I know mommy is proud as well. You wanted to be an attorney from day one. Day one. And you never let anybody tell you anything different. You kept your eye on the prize, and regardless of whatever transpired, you did not get deterred, nor did you get distracted. You stayed on mission. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. And I don't even know what else to say to you. Other than that, you say people gonna people. You're absolutely right. But people being people, don't let that stop you from doing what you're meant to do. So congratulations to you, baby girl. I'm so proud of you. I'm gonna keep up with these notes. Let's see here. D. Steezle said, to be real, the Doras are overexposed in the mainstream. They're not the only Wakandan warriors. Thanks, Nate and Ryan. Equal shine is needed. Oh, so with that said, let me go ahead and do this. Y'all gonna get a bonus right now. Because Gray, I'm gonna say Steezle just opened up something. Grand Madam had been talking to me about doing something. She had been. And so I'm gonna try it right here, right now. I actually sent this to Kimoyo. I don't think he know why I sent it to him, though, because Kimoyo and his wife are working on something. But I sent it to him for a reason. And so I'm going to read this. By the way, this comes from us, Black Panther Declassified. This is a Senate intelligence transcript from Henry Peter Gyrich, transferred to OP supplemental from Peter Henry Gyrich. The purpose of this committee session is to assess Wakanda's true military capabilities. I was transferred to the U.S. State Department, replacing Everett K. Ross as State Department liaison to the Black Panther. During my brief tenure in that role, I came to the quick conclusion that out of some misguided or misplaced sense of loyalty, Agent Ross somehow managed to downplay the Black Panther Wakanda's potential as threats. Both could shift the U.S.'s and the world's balance of power, if not supplanted entirely. A preliminary assessment of Wakandan defensive capability shows them to be quite formidable. It should be reiterated that my assessment stems from my strictly cursory role. I was not privy to the level of access granted Agent Ross, but what I witnessed during my tenure was alarming enough. The Wakandan defense grid is multi-layered with triple redundancies. It operates at 500% of tactical need, based on worst-case attack scenarios. Any incursion into Wakanda's borders is met with extreme measures. For centuries, if any person, tribe, or military detachment stumbled across them, the Wakandans left few survivors. Thus, Wakanda's precise location was so well guarded, its people were reduced to the stuff of legends. Pay attention to this part right here. It goes into exactly what you were saying, Steezle, about the Doras. Agent Ross's collated, disambiguated reports also describe Wakanda's extensive intelligence gathering operations and defense organizations. The range of its agencies consists of the Hattusaraze, the Wakanda Secret Police, the Incharu, Salima, the Wakanda Spy Network, the Bashinga Unit, the elite squad of the Wakandan Army, the Special Forces Group, the Wakandan Standing Military, and most importantly, the Dora Milaje, the Wakandan Royal Guard. How many organizations did I just name? You know, remember when Ryan said Nakia was a war dog? Let me go over this one more time. The Hattusaraze, i.e. the Wakandan Secret Police. The Incharu Salima, that would be the Wakanda Spy Network. The Bashinga Unit, Yeah, I know, right? That's the elite squad of the Wakandan army. Then you have the Special Forces group. That would be the Wakandan standing military. And then you have the Dora Milaje, the Wakandan Royal Guard. Well, we got the doors. We got the doors. We got the doors. But we say representation, imagery. I wonder if Ryan would have wrote about the other forces. I could probably get what somebody else got when it comes to Star Wars. You know how Star Wars got different military factions and everything like that? Well, if somebody is a Star Wars fan, they get to have it in their home. We got 2 movies. 2. And there's talk of a 3rd one. And the dude that's in charge of it. This is Maurice Brodus, by the way. Yeah, Brodus, that's Maurice spelled like how we would spell Maurice. Broaddus. I'm sorry. I'm see this is a Black Panther comic book fan. What's the difference between a Black Panther comic book fan? Well, we and the Black Panther MCU fan. Ryan Coogler is a Black Panther MCU fan. That there you go. And everybody that's stroking his MCU ego, that's the difference right there. Right, damn. Let me get back to what they said though, because it's some more stuff here. Summary: T'Challa is the king of a sovereign nation that doesn't need us. According to Agent Ross's reports, T'Challa's 2 biggest weapons are his cunning and misdirection. Through secondary channels, he is suspected of having exerted economic pressures, covert aid, and political machinations to many nations across the continent. It is my opinion that King T'Challa demonstrates nerve to question our motives and values, and yet he feels no need to owe us an explanation. He believes, rightly so, that we have no leverage over him or his country. We should assume that if we have any intelligence on him or his kingdom, then it's because King T'Challa wants us to know that information. He can only be viewed as a rogue actor in his nation, a rogue nation. A threat to the sovereignty of the U.S. proactive measures must be taken to safeguard our interests. Dude sound like a threat, don't he? Woo! Yeah, that's from Black Panther, T'Challa, Declassified. We're gonna be bringing that to Black Panther channel. I told people, Black Panther channel. Let me keep up with the notes here. Let me see here. Congratulations. Gotta let my daughter know that. Thank you so much, Diabolical Nerd. LJ said, I really want to see the dogs. He did. You either gonna have to tune in to either me, Daryl, or Mr. Smith. You want to see the war dogs in action. That's what you're saying. That's what you're saying. Hopefully, you will get them in Imperial. I do not know. Intergalactic. Hopefully. But if you want to see them in action, we got videos using the action figures, telling stories, coming down the pipe. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you, Kimoyo. Kimoyo says, congratulations. D. Steezle says, congratulations. Kimoyo say he tired of the doors. I ain't gonna do that. Like Marvel, just focusing on the Valkyrie of Asgard. Absolutely, just because there's more people there. I would have liked to have gotten some more stories with the Warriors 3 and Sith, but hey, who am I? That goes down sugar. Moving right along. What else we got here? Because we've covered Are You Ready to Lose, Dr. Pepper? Comics this week. All I got was Imperial, and the way Imperial 4 played out, it didn't end the same way it started. It wasn't intense. It kind of and if anything, it just lets me know we got some stories coming up and everything. It didn't give me the resolution that I was looking for. Where else are we at? Action figure pre-orders. Okay, action figures pre-orders. Let me go ahead and get this on out the way for the Rock With Me Nation, just so we know what we're looking at. We say sharing is caring. If you know us growers, folks need to know what they got going on, and I'm gonna do my best to make sure we got. So there were some pre-orders that went out today. Not went up. There were some pre-orders that went up today. What I can tell you is Cardiac went up for pre-order today, and Cardiac going up for pre-order today. Hypno Hustler went up for pre-order today. He also went up for pre-order. Those action figures will be dropping February 1st. So you do have time to make it do what it's going to do if you feel like you need to do what it's going to do. What else we got here? Well, this phone is acting archy. So the best way I can say it, the Cardiac Wave, which Hypno Hustler was a part of the Cardiac Wave. I forget who else was a part of the Cardiac Wave. You know what? Let me do this. I ain't gonna do that. There's more than one way to skin a cat. I be sending folks stuff. Me and Gray talk. Me and Kimoyo stuff talk. So the app ain't gonna act right one way. There's another way for get this app to act right. So let me see here. Yes, Marvel Legends, The Owl went up for pre-order today. The Owl will be coming out January 1st. You can definitely jump on that as well. Let me see here. Let me see. If you like Big Lob, G.I. Joe Classified is up for pre-order. He will be coming out February 1st. Phantom Rider will also, that pre-order went out last week, will be coming out January 1st. The Night Viper, G.I. Joe Classified, if you like that. The Night Viper will be dropping, if I'm not mistaken, January 1st. Go ahead and put your money to the side. The Enchantress will be dropping January 1st. That is the Executioner Builder Force Wave. You can go ahead and get that. Werewolf by Night pre-order went up last week. That'll be dropping January 1st. The Iron Man in the Mysterium armor dropped last week. The pre-order went up last week. January 1st is what we're looking at. The Spider-Man, 6-on Spider-Man in the Venom outfit, Venom suit. January 1st is when it will be dropping. And the action figure that nobody asked for, Warbolt. All I gotta say is this: y'all better drop a Space Knight. Y'all better drop a Space Knight. Y'all, the only way I'm gonna be cool with this Warbolt is if you drop a Space Knight. If you don't drop a Space Knight, you know what? I only drop a Space Knight. Drop Starshine. Gonna give Rom his lady. She should come with 2 different head sculpts. She should come with 2 different head sculpts. She should, because she got 2 different head sculpts. So yeah, I expect to see Starshine. I do. I don't want to see no more. I don't want to see no more Crystal Warriors. Though. I don't want to see that. I don't know who over there. This seems like a personal job. You know how you work at a fast food restaurant and somebody go in the back and make their own hamburger that ain't nowhere on the damn menu? Yeah, this is what this like. Somebody said, I want me a Warbolt action figure that worked at Hasbro and used Hasbro resources to do it. Well, you better give us another Space Knight action figure. That's what you better do. You better make sure you give us a Space Knight action figure. Since you looking out for you, look out for us too. I pre-ordered my butt off. That's what Kimoyo said. Hypno Hustler. I know. It was one of the things where I'm like, where does he fit? Like in my action figure collection, the Hypno Hustler. Who is this dude? Cardiac? No problem. Got him all day. The Hypno Hustler. Buddy got an afro. Where is he going with this? This dude looked like he should have been kicking it with Parliament Funkadelic back in the day like that. What am I gonna do? Put on the Atomic Dog and sit there and just look at him? Like Him and Spider-Punk. Think about it. Because I got Spider-Punk. That's the other part. I got Spider-Punk. I'm getting Hypno Hustler. I do not know what to do with him other than say somebody going out to have some fun and he performing. Like, that's all I got. This is the act right here. And his stage name is Hypno Hustler. He ain't committing no crimes or nothing like that. He just nice with it. I'm gonna have to go get me a George Clinton action figure from somewhere. That's the only way I know how to make this work. I think Rom is still at IDW Publishing. Hasbro own them. Yeah, that's why I was like, I ain't know why they just didn't come out with a whole wave, because they own them. They own the rights. And I'm sitting there like, oh, you own the rights to Rom? What we do? Never mind. Cardiac is my guy. Definitely got him. LJ Panther said, I'm definitely getting at least 4 of these guys. Big Lob, Phantom Rider, Zap, and Quentin Bar. Definitely getting Big Lob. Now, once again, with me being a Marine Corps veteran, I don't know what to do with Big Lob. Where I'm finna put it? The dude got on the tank top. He ain't got on no headgear. What am I finna do with this? Because I'm sitting up here like, okay, I get it. I understand this is a kid's line. It's a kid line. And maybe I was too practical as a kid. Blame MASH. Blame Bye Black Sheep. Blame the Rat Patrol. Like, I was seeing cats in full uniform before G.I. Joe. Even with the G.I. Joe 12-inch back in the day. They was fully equipped. I don't know what I'm supposed to. He out of uniform. He out of uniform. He ain't got no Kevlar on. He ain't got no head cover on. Where he going? He couldn't even go to the field like that. He would say, I'm ready, Sarge. You'd be like, first of all, it's Sergeant. This ain't the Army. This ain't the Army. Second of all, where is the rest of your gear? I don't know what I'm going to do with Big Lob. I'm getting Big Lob. But Big Lob and Hypno Hustle, I don't know where they're going. Let me see what you say. Oh, shoot. The Brown Hornet, got to look into that. Which he would make. See? Build your own mothership. Yeah, that's what you got going. On the road and ride away. Fantastic voyage. Yeah, we gonna listen. If you my age, close to my age, or remember music back then, we gonna have a Hypno Hustler sitting right there, and we gonna be going down memory lane. And people like, man, what you? Let me keep up with these notes. Let's see if Theo, yeah. I mean, that Hasbro made a deal for new comic. I did that. Yeah, man, they own them. They need to get, listen, I need them, the Starshine. I better get Starshine. That's not to be confused with Starscream. They need to do something about that. Where are we at though? Because I don't want to keep, Boris and everything like that. But yeah, this action figure love, man. I'm Hasbro. I know you're gonna do it like that. Way to save it. Aaron Pierre on Blade Exit. Can we talk about that? Aaron Pierre on Blade Exit. Saw that making the rounds today and everything like that. Shout out Aaron Pierre and everything like that. Big dog, I fought on the colorism stuff, drama, nonsense that was going on social media. You make a fine John Stewart, big dog. You make a fine John Stewart. You go ahead and do that. So this comes back to us by way of comicbook.com by Chris Ager, comicbook.com. Y'all don't want to hire your boy? Now, me, I'm coming in with the Shannon Sharp, Cam Newton deal. Like, I already got my show, so I'll be showing up on y'all's show. You show up on y'all's show, but I got my own show too. We get nice little sponsorship deal and everything like that. let's link up, make it do what it's gonna do and everything. Come holler at your boy. Anyway, Chris Ager, October 29, 2025, 11:53 a.m. Aaron Pierre brings a fan favorite superhero to life in the upcoming DC Studio TV series, Lanterns, as he portrays John Stewart alongside Kyle Chandler's Hal Jordan. But before Pierre joined the DC Universe, he had landed a role in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He was one of the actors cast in the MCU's long-delayed Blade reboot. What character was he playing? No, dead ass. Because I know damn good and well, I get Mahershala Ali being Blade. But who the hell was he finna play? Because you just can't tell me this dude was finna play just a regular Joe. Oh, hell no. Somebody hit me up in the comment section. Let me know who he's supposed to play. But he's no longer involved with that project as it attempts to get off the ground. Blade has encountered numerous issues since it was originally announced over 6 years ago. And now Pierre reflects on the time he was attached to that project. In a profile for Men's Health, he got his workout plan in Men's Health. Now we need to go. Pierre discussed Blade and why he didn't remain on board. I remember being cast in Blade and feeling elated. But something I learned during that time was that until you step foot on set, you haven't commenced work. It just took a different creative direction, and I was no longer a part of it. You have to accept that. Pierre isn't the only actor who had to exit Blade due to the prolonged struggles behind the scenes. Earlier this year, center star Delroy Lindo recalled his experience on the Trouble project, saying it just went off the rails before he left. Despite losing talented cast members and failing to find a suitable script after years of development, Marvel still intends to make Blade a reality. Mia Goth is one actor who's still attached to the film, claiming that the continued delays are so Kevin Feige and company can take the time to get it right. Blade 1. No, Blade 1. Blade 1. Or 2. We ain't got to reinvent the wheel. You didn't see Star Trek Into the Darkness? Yeah, that was the Wrath of Khan. You didn't, because I know because you're not really a comic book fan and everything like that. But that wasn't a comic book story. You say you're a Star Wars fan, I get it, Star Trek fan here. But the Wrath of Khan did come out in the movie theaters. And anybody that saw the Wrath of Khan, regardless of whether they remember, that buddy showed up in the episode anyway. This I ain't never seen a movie really what we want to call this, IP devote so much time to one character. The dude was from Fantasy Island and everything like that. Yeah, his character, and he was big too. I ain't know he was like that up under the white suit on Fantasy Island. But what my dog name was? Y'all put my dog name down in the comment section. I forgot my buddy name. Hispanic brother and everything like that. Buddy was Jack. Buddy was Jack. Buddy was Jack. But yeah, Blade 1. You didn't want to do that? And we could have definitely went with some better what we call the special effects in regards to the last dude. Ricardo Montalban. Thank you, Anansi. Thank you, Anansi. Good looking. Yeah, Ricardo Montalban. 2 movies and an episode to that one actor based on how he played that character. Into the Darkness. I ain't hear nobody say Into the Darkness sucked. As a matter of fact, I liked it. You couldn't give us Blade 1? Blade 2. Why you trying to reinvent the wheel and you not a comic book fan? That was the easiest way. That was the easy way. And honestly, when you consider what took place in Blade 2, what you could have done was giving us Mahershala Ali in Blade 1, giving us a post-credit scene with his daughter Brill, and Brill makes sense popping up in Blade 2. With all the vampire hunters and everything like that, yeah, she could have been a part of it. Yeah. Yeah. We gonna work on it though, Kevin. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. Blade scares the ish out of Feige like Luke Cage, huh? Must be scared of money. You gotta be scared of money. Facts, Steezle, Feige, and everybody like they can't Disneyfy that character. Like I said, I don't even know what he's working on. I don't know who work. I don't know who at the board. Like when somebody come to me and say, "Hey, we're gonna do Blade," and if I'm on the board of directors and they struggling, I'm going. You know what? See, that's how I know I ain't on the board of directors. That's how I know right there. That's how I know. Because somebody like me would have said, "What's wrong with just redoing Blade 1? Huh? What's wrong with that? You see how much money it did? Yeah. Blade 1. What you doing?" Well, the fans love Blade 1. Just redo Blade 1. Oh, redo Blade 2. Hell, do Blade 1, post-credit scene, brilliant, and then we come back, give them Blade 2. That way, you can take as long as you need to take to come up with your own original damn movie. Blade movie, that is. But in the meantime, in between time, we can at least make some money off the character. You know who ain't been stuck in purgatory when it comes to Blade? You know who ain't thirsty for no Blade? Y'all gonna love this right here. See, the MCU, they had Blade stuck in purgatory since they announced it. Amen, amen. Amen, amen. See, you ain't on social media complaining about not seeing Blade. And do you know why you, me, us, we not on social media complaining about when Blade coming out? Because in the meantime, in between time, since they've been wasting time, we didn't got Blood Hunt. We got the first Blade story by Brian Illuminati, which I'm sitting up here like, damn, bro, that's Blade right there. You don't want to take that comic book and adapt it to the big screen so you can go get your Blade movie out of the way? You don't want to do that. That's too tough? Okay. Then we got Blade Red Band, which, by the way, could still be a movie to set up the second movie. You don't want to use none of them? See, this is why we not thirsty for Blade. We got Blade at the house. we got Blade and Brill at the house. We don't care. We don't care about none of that. When we say we got Marvel at the house, we got Marvel at the house. So, big dog, take as much time as you need. we already working on our Blade story. It'll be out on Friday. Woo! Anyway, keep it right and keep the party rolling. We'll say they don't want Blade. That's what you say, Greg. They don't want Blade. They want Butter Knife. They want somebody. Once again, the difference between a Marvel comic book fan and an MCU fan, a Marvel Studio fan, them characters y'all talking about that y'all waiting to see in the movie theaters, we got them at the house. we got them at the house. We doing good with them at the house. Let's keep the party rolling. Oh man, y'all got your boy laughing. Y'all got me having a blast tonight. I want to thank y'all so much for it. I hope y'all having a good time too. I don't want to be here having fun just by myself. Y'all got me laughing, and I want to thank y'all so much for that. Oh man, can I say congratulations to that young lady again? Congratulations, girl. I know mom is proud. Oh man, I know mom is proud. Hey, girl, you did your thing. Girl, you did your thing. Where are we at though? We keeping the party rolling. All right. I saw something and I said I was going to use them to talk about it and everything. I think it's fair. We ain't got too much longer on the show and everything like that. Thank y'all so much for putting up. Once again, this comes to us from the extraordinary journey of a black nerd group on Facebook. Some of y'all might be members, some of you might not. They asked the question, why is it that black people didn't show up for Anthony Mackie in Captain America the way they showed up for Chadwick Boseman in Black Panther? I'm gonna repeat that question. I told them I might send them the link. I told them that's a hey, you asking the question. I don't think you necessarily ready for the answer, because them answers ain't that easy. That answer ain't as simple as you might think it to be. But we gonna go over it again. Why didn't black people, African Americans, let's say that again, African Americans, African Americans, we're gonna do that, support Anthony Mackie's Captain America the same way they supported Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther? Did Chadwick Boseman have any controversies leading up to Black Panther? Just ask quick. Anybody? Because I know Anthony had a couple, right? There was a young lady at the gas station. Three. Actually, he had three. There was a young lady at the gas station, right? And then there was the grandmother who wanted him to take a picture of her son, right? And then there was the statement that he made about who Captain America really represents. You know, them cats not trying to hear that from him. All right. So those are the three things. I have my issues with Black Panther, the first movie. That was more T'Challa than that was Sam Wilson. As I said to somebody else the other day, my daughter, that wasn't a movie about Sam Wilson as the Falcon. That was Anthony Mackie as the Falcon. That was Anthony Mackie as Captain America. Anthony Mackie is from New Orleans, Louisiana. Sam Wilson is from Harlem. Anthony Mackie does not strike fear into people physically. Sam Wilson he looked like Ray Lewis. He's an inch taller and 10 pounds heavier. The concept of the movie, Red Hulk, Thunderbolt Ross, is not a Sam Wilson antagonist. He's not. Now, Claw is a Black Panther antagonist. Eric Killmonger is a Black Panther antagonist. The new Falcon is a recent character. Nobody gives two damns about that character. Low-key, I'm of the mindset that character is finna lose the Falcon alias, and Sam is finna go back to being the Falcon, because we have quite a few people, African Americans, that are making their voice known on social media. They never cared for Sam to be Captain America. They don't care. We don't want the sloppy seconds. We want him to finish doing what he was doing with his character. Him as the Falcon has not yet been uplifted, written, elevated, focused on, while he's Sam Wilson as the Falcon, like we've done with Steve Rogers as Captain America. So before we do the Dick Grayson thing and move him on to something else, how about we focus on Sam Wilson being Sam Wilson? And that Sam Wilson in the movie had nothing to do with Sam Wilson in the comics. And comic book fans know it. So when you ask why, it's quite a few reasons. And then Chadwick Boseman didn't get caught lying. Anthony Mackie actually got caught lying, talking to Jemele Hill. I don't want to be. I couldn't be. Yeah, you wanted to be. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Then he lied about the intents on the actor. Chadwick wouldn't want nobody playing, replacing him. That's too much pressure. That's a lie. And mind you, some of us went above and beyond to let folks know the lies that Anthony Mackie was telling, the disrespect that he was showing our women, the indifference he was showing to our children. Yeah, we were offended as an African American community. And also, his movie had nothing to do with African American History Month. His movie was a 4th of July movie. So there you go. Put all that out there. Hopefully, Extraordinary Journey of a Black Nerd Group. Y'all got that? Heard that and everything like that. That's why we didn't support him. The Rock With Me Nation. We didn't support him. No, we ain't support him. His movie been over there on Disney Plus. We don't click play. We've seen more episodes of One Punch Man season 3 than we've seen that Captain America. We don't know nothing about that. We don't know nothing about that. Moving right along, keep up with these notes. Y'all are in here, y'all cutting up. I told the MCU stand how a mofo that's starving gonna talk ish to someone that's feasting. I like that, big dog. How a mofo that's starving gonna talk ish to someone that's feasting? Say Theo, what you mean? I'm saying I was one of the biggest critics of the Captain America movie, right? We remember that. We remember that. I was yeah, and still managed to buy 2 action figures out there. Now ain't neither one of them Sam Wilson, but no, I mean one is Sam as Captain America, and one is the other dude as the Falcon. But no, in my universe, Sam is the Falcon. We got other brothers that then carried that shield. Isaiah, his clone son Josiah. We're trying to see what's going on with that. I don't know what's going on with Elijah. Yeah. Rashawn Lucas. I don't know, but there's plenty of brothers that then carried that shield. I don't need to see Sam do that. Let me see. I like Comic Sam Wilson too. Yeah, we got to redo that. We gonna do what we got to do. We gonna do what we got to do to get this red and black. Yeah, we gonna make this red and black. I don't know nothing about all this right here. Yeah, we gonna do what we got to do to make this red and black. Can you see it? Can you see the yeah? We gonna do what we got to do. Those foes should have been the Serpent Society, Diamondback included, and Red Skull, Daughter Sin with Crossbones, but Nate and Feige don't recap. We got them at the house. So I ain't thirsty. I got Madam Mass. I ain't the only one. I got Crossbones. I ain't the only one. See, I support Sam. See, that's the other thing. What we're not doing is we're not supporting the MCU. We're supporting the characters, just not the MCU's version. So when you ask why we're not going to the movies, because we got better stuff at the house. That makes sense? I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Keeping the party rolling. Where are we? We are at the 9:09 mark. I did not mean for us to be in here this long. I didn't, but hey, when you got a good show, what other topics do we have before we get on up out of here? Because I don't want to overcook the grits. I don't. Let's see here. We can do this and then slide on up out of here. X Vice Blue Sky. Hateful Stupidity Vice Science Fictional Bliss. Let me say this. I wish I could open up X and it go straight to my page where folks talking superhero stuff. It don't. It go to the general page where I got to look at a whole bunch of stuff that I'm like, eh. Now let me open up Blue Sky. Do you know who always, and I ain't saying it because I don't want him thinking it like that, because we follow folks, right? I follow him, but I follow other folks. Every time I hit my Blue Sky app, it's Jonathan Mayberry talking about a brand new science fiction story. I don't give a damn what it is. He's sitting there in the chair. He's smiling, looking just as comfortable as he want to be, talking about his latest or another science fiction project. You have no idea how that make me feel. Shout out to Toonami. Toonami. I don't know if that's the real Toonami or not. Toonami is on Blue Sky. And yes, superhero stuff, cartoon stuff. I ain't gonna lie. It's almost like Theo don't say it. If I was to close my eyes and think about how my brother is going with the stuff that he got going on his channel, it's almost like logging on, turning on Toonami, where you get to see Speed Racer. You know what I'm saying? You get to see the Herculoids. Stuff make you feel good about your child. You know what I'm saying? You know, Geo Force and everything like that. You sitting up there like that. You get some Hanna-Barbera, Fantastic Four. Ding, 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 ding. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, you get the feeling all that. I love opening up my Blue Sky app. I want to say thank you, Blue Sky, for being my peace. Because Lord have mercy. Just Lord have mercy. Jonathan Majors, thank you for being a consistent Majors. Mayberry, Jonathan Majors, because you ain't sent us your workout plan. Jonathan Mayberry, thank you for being just the consistent science fiction author, writer that you are. And they're like, I just love waking up to that. Love waking up to that. Where we at? Because I think that's about it. It's 9:12. We're going to get on up out of here and everything like that. Who else? I like Comic Sam Wilson too. Let me see. Make sure I keep up with these notes. All right. That's it. We out. You say everyone wanted Chadwick spot? Can't feel it. If you ain't, I'm you know what? The right person played the role. Theo, what you mean? He read it, didn't he? See, that's what I like right there. And see, that's confirmation right there. You get in a vehicle, the driver says, this your next role. Gives you the book. You read it. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody actually gave two damns about the role they were playing as opposed to just the money that they were receiving. Thank you. You sitting in your thing and you reading the comic book. Thank you. So much sense that you can tell folks who want Wakandans speaking with a perfect English accent, so much knowledge of the comic book, you can utter these words. They've never been conquered. They've never been conquered. And because of your identity, knowing who you are as a man, being able to trace it all the way back to the motherland, you sit up there and you got enough self-knowledge, worth, pride to say something I've been trying to get us to do as a people since what? Since I was in my 30s? Learn an African language. The shame of it all is that way too many folks who kept talking about they was fans of his, in love with him, mourning him, didn't pick up that damn flag to make sure we learn more, not less, about the motherland. The right guy got the role. The right guy got the role. And if there's any truth to that saying that the good pass away young, that's what that was. The good passing away young. I wish more of us walked and talked it like him as opposed to just talking. I cannot even begin to imagine the type of unification we would have as a people in this country if more of us walked and talked it like him. And that's why that picture ain't going nowhere. I ain't saying, I'm just saying. Listen, I'm out. Appreciate it. Y'all get ready. Get what you drink. Get what you smoke. Relax. Get your mind right. My brother is coming up in 9:30. Don't meet me there. Beat me there. That's it. This has been a blast. I'm out. Thank y'all so much for attending. You could have been anywhere else, but this is where you chose to be. In memory of the late, great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman. Till next time. And remember, just to let y'all know, We got Black Panther Declassified on the way. We are going to go all the way through Avengers versus X-Men. We're going to finish that story. We are. We are also going to cover Dwayne McDuffie's new Fantastic Four featuring Aurora and T'Challa. Yeah, we're going to get some more exposition on that and everything. And we will be bringing to you Imperial 4. Just make sure you got your notifications on. Make sure you are subscribed. Thank y'all so much. Till next time, in memory of the late great Don Cornelius and Chadwick Boseman, I wish each and every last one of you love, peace, and so we out.